So never forget. Dear students, never forget this wonderful quotation. That is, winners are not different. They do the things different. So you must commit to do the things differently. Whatever you are doing, wherever you are, it's your serious moral responsibility to do the things to the core of your heart. So let us pursue further. Today we have to start with page 52. So let us start. In June, Gandhiji was summoned to Sir Edward Gate, the Lieutenant Governor. Before he went, he met leading associates and again laid detailed plans for civil disobedience if he shouldn't return. Just look at the beauty of this small paragraph. So this particular paragraph is highlighting that Gandhiji was summoned to Sir Edward Gate, Lieutenant Governor. So before he went, he had organized a meeting of leading associates and again plan out the things in a detailed way that Indian lawyers must move for civil disobedience if he shouldn't return, because he was not sure that he would return back after the meeting with Sir Edward Gate. I think very clear, there is no doubt in that. So now just move forward. Look at the next paragraph. So Gandhiji had 4 protracted interviews with the Lieutenant Governor. As a result, appointed an official commission of inquiry into the indigo sharecroppers. Gandhiji had 4 long interviews with the Lieutenant Governor. And after 4 meetings or interviews, British people, the Lieutenant Governor had ordered for the appointment of an official commission inquiry into the indigo sharecroppers. Very clear up to this particular point. After long interviews with Lieutenant Governor, an official commission inquiry into the indigo sharecropper was appointed. In order to look at the situation in detail, Lieutenant Governor appointed official commission of inquiry. I had already told you the meaning of ENQUIRY. INQUIRY, the formal investigation. So INQUIRY highlights if formal investigation is done. I think very clear, there is no doubt in that. The commission consisted of landlords. Just look at the members who were included in that particular official commission. Already landlords, belong to British people, government officials, and Gandhiji, all representative of the peasants. Gandhiji was the only representative of the peasants. People belong to British community. Clear up to this particular point, Gandhiji remained in Japan for an initial uninterrupted period of 7 months, for several shorter visits. Just look at the sincerity level of Gandhiji. He's a very busy person. Still, he had spent 7 months in continuity in Champaran because he wanted to sort out that problem. So that's why he had spent time in Champaran. And again, after 7 months continuity, he had visited that particular area time and again. For shorter visits, I think you are able to understand this point in a sincere way. The visit undertaken casually on the entreaty of an unlettered peasant expectation that it would last a few days, occupied almost a year of Gandhi's life. Just look at the beauty of this particular point. Entreaty, E-N-T-R-E-A-T-Y, it means request. Unlettered means uneducated. So, the beginning of the session or chapter, we were able to understand that particular point in a sincere way that Rajkumar Shukla was not educated personality, but he was resolute. So that is why this word is highlighted, unlettered. So I think very clear so far as this particular sentence is concerned, the visit undertaken casually on the entreaty of an unlettered place. Gandhiji had visited that place, that is Champaran, with the request of Rajkumar Shukla, in the expectation that it would last a few days. Gandhiji was expecting that that particular problem will be sorted out within a few days. Again, dear student, never forget the few. Here are few highlights, some. Occupied almost a year of Gandhi's life. But that particular assignment, which was taken by Gandhiji, taken 365 days of Gandhiji's life. I think you are able to look at the character trait of Mahatma Gandhi from this particular sentence. Now, I think very clear. Look for the next paragraph. Official inquiry assembled a crushing mountain of evidence against the big planters. And when they saw this, they agreed in principle to make refunds to the peasants. But how much must we pay? They asked Gandhi. Just look at, dear students. The official inquiry assembled a crushing mountain of evidence. You are able to understand these 4 words in a very clear way. That the official inquiry was able to get a clear-cut pic that really big planters were irritating peasants of Champaran on the basis of evidence, on the basis of proof, because a crushing mountain of evidence was there against these big planters. Big planters here highlight landlords, British landlords. When they saw this, they agreed in principle to make refunds to the peasants. They were able to observe that particular point, that Indian lawyers and Mahatma Gandhi are able to look at the negativity done by these people. Automatically, they were ever ready to refund to the peasants. They were able to consider that particular point, that they were real defaulters. So that is why they were ready to refund the peasants. So I think you're very clear so far as this refund is concerned. The money collected by them unofficially, they considered it their moral responsibility to return it back to the peasants. But how much must we pay? They asked Gandhi. Just asked Gandhiji what amount they must be able to pay to these peasants. The compensation of the wrong or the unofficial payments collected from them. Made inquiry. So that is why they had asked Gandhiji. Now just look at the next paragraph. They were 100% sure that Mahatma Gandhi would demand 100%. They thought he would demand repayment in full of money, which they had illegally and deceitfully extorted from the sharecroppers. Very clear up to this particular point. British people had thought that Mahatma Gandhi would demand full payment, which the British people had illegally and deceitfully extorted. Just look at the meaning of extorted, dear students. Attained by using threats. I think very clear up to this particular point. Receive to receive anything by using power. So illegally you are able to understand this deceitfully. It is a dishonest way. Extorted, you are very clear. I think there is no doubt in that. To just something by using threats or unofficial ways. I think very clear. There is no doubt so far as these three words are concerned from the sharecroppers. He asked only 50%. Dear students, Mahatma Gandhi was a very practical personality. He was 100% sure that British people would never ever be able to pay 100%. So that is why the inquiry of British officials, Gandhi demanded only 50%. Whereas British authorities were expecting that he would demand 100%. Just look at the quality trait of this personality. There he seemed adamant. He writes, Reverend Z. was a British missionary in Champaran who observed the entire episode at close range. Just look at this particular sentence. He had declared that he wanted 50% money to be returned back to these people, these peasants, poor peasants. He was adamant. He was not ready to bargain for this particular demand. So it is clearly written by Rim. Rim is respectful. J.Z. Hose, a British missionary in Champaran. J.Z. Hose was a British missionary in Champaran who had observed the entire episode. I think very clear up to this particular point, who was able to observe this particular entire episode of British sharecroppers very closely, very intently. They had declared that particular point that Mahatma Gandhi was adamant that there would not be any bargaining to this particular percentage. 50% means 50%. I think very clear, there is no doubt in that. Thinking probably that he would not give the way, the representative of the planters offered to refund to the extent of 25%. And to his amazement, Mr. Gandhi took him at his word, thus breaking the deadlock. Just look at. So, thinking probably that he would not give the way, the representative of the planters offered to refund to the extent of 25%. JZ was sure, 100%. JZ Hose was 100% sure that Gandhi would never ever be able to just make any change so far as 50% of return. The representative of planters is Mahatma Gandhi, offered to refund to the extent of 25%. Was deeply surprised. JZ Hose and other British authorities were deeply surprised to look at that Mahatma Gandhi had declared that they must pay 25% if they are not able to pay 50%. And to his amazement, Mr. Gandhi took him at his word, thus breaking the deadlock. I think you are able to understand this particular point. This particular point requires a little bit rectification. You should be able to understand this rectification. British people was able to understand that particular point, that he would not bargain, but they had demanded 25%. While they had demanded 25% of the refund, surprised J.Z. Hose was surprised to look at that particular point, that he was agreed. And okay, return 25% instead of 50%. And broken the deadlock. Just look at the toleration power of Mahatma Gandhi. Very clear up to this particular point. The settlement was adopted unanimously by the commission. This settlement was implemented or accepted unanimously. I think very clear up to this particular point. Unanimously means while the agreement is done with collectively. I think very clear. There is no doubt in that by the commission. This settlement was accepted by the official commission member which was appointed for the inquiry. Gandhi explained that the amount of the refund was less important than the fact that the landlords had been obliged to surrender part of the money and with it part of their prestige. Just look at the beauty of this sentence and quality of Mahatma Gandhi. Gandhiji had explained that the amount of refund was not as important as the prestige. I think very clear up to this particular point. He was prestigious personality. He wanted the prestige of Indian farmers, Indian peasants. Now just look at this sentence again. Gandhiji explained that amount was less important than the fact that the landlords were agreed to surrender the part of the money. That the landlords were very easily agreed to be away. Part of the money means they were agreed to pay the money and with it the part of their prestige. Along with that, they were ever ready to look at that they had done a real error, real mistake. So they were able to just surrender the part of their prestige also with the money. I think only leader can be able to like that. So I think very clear up to this particular point. Listen this sentence again, dear students. Gandhiji explained that the amount of the money was not very important for him. What was important for him? That at least the British authorities were considering themselves on the top of the world were agreed to just pay some money to these farmers, these peasants. And with that, automatically a part of their prestige. Why a part of their prestige? Because they were able to recognize the fact that really they had done the things in a wrong way. Therefore, as far as the peasants were concerned, the planters had behaved as the landlords above. Just move for page number 53. Therefore, as far as the peasants were concerned, the planters had behaved as landlords above the law. Now the peasant saw that he had rights and defenders. He learned courage. That is 3 sentences. Just look at. Therefore, as far as the peasants were concerned, the planters had behaved as lords above the law. So far as the dealings of the British authorities or British landlords with Indian peasants were concerned, very critical, very critical. They used to behave in a critical way. They used to behave above the law. Indirectly, they were breaking the law by misbehaving these Indian farmers, Indian peasants. Now the peasant saw that he had rights and defenders. The peasant was able to observe that particular point, that he was with rights and the persons who can protect him if the British people will do anything in a wrong way. The British people would do anything in a wrong way. Defenders, I think you are very clear. He learned courage. So that is why he was able to learn courage. Now look at these 2 sentences again. Now the peasant, who was the peasant? It is singular. The peasant was Rajkumar Shukla, had seen that he had rights and defenders and was able to learn courage. The environment was quite cool at that particular moment because very fine personality was there to help him or to help the peasants. So that is why he had upgraded his confidence level. And automatically he became courageous. Well, he was able to observe that he was with rights and defenders. He was able to gain his courage. I think very clear so far as this paragraph is concerned. Now move for the next. Events justified Gandhi's position. Within a few years, the British planters abandoned their estates, which reverted to the peasants. Indigo sharecropping disappeared. Just look at this particular small paragraph with big action or big meaning. Events justified Gandhi's position. Events were able to look at the things, the further proceedings had given justification to Gandhi's status or position. Within a few years, the British planters abandoned their estates. But within some year, British landlords had abandoned their estates. Abandoned, I think you are able to understand this particular word means left their estates, which reverted to the peasants. Basically, they were of the Indian farmers. So that is why the action and strict action of Mahatma Gandhi automatically were considering themselves weak. So that is why they had left their estates, which were reverted to the peasants. Reverted, you should be able to understand. That is given back. Dear student, revert word can never be able to recognize with back. If we look at this word revert, automatically it means just to give the things in a same status or just I think look at the same position. So if we use preposition with, means we are not able to look at this language in a sincere way. Revert or reverted to the peasants. Many of us use revert back. Automatically it means back. This word is with the basic meaning that anything is given back to somebody. Or if anybody is able to consult somebody simultaneously. So this particular word can never ever be with preposition back. Look at this particular point in a sincere way. And indigo sharecropping disappeared. And automatically indigo sharecropping automatically disappeared. So Mahatma Gandhi was the great winner. So I think very clear up to this particular point. Look at the next. Gandhi never contented himself with the large political or economic solutions. Gandhiji was a quality person. So that is why he could never ever satisfied by looking at his assignment, even if he would be able to get the success in a complete way. He used to believe that success is a journey, not a destination. He was a strict believer of this quotation. That success is a journey, not a destination. So that is why he could never ever be satisfied even after doing the things very keen way. With large political or economic solutions, after taking strict action for the rectification of political or economic solutions, would never ever be able to get satisfaction. He want to do more. Think very clear up to this particular point, because he was a strict believer of this quotation that success is a journey, not a destination. he saw the cultural and social backwardness in the Champaran villages and wanted to do something about it immediately. Just after this particular sentence, he had seen the cultural and social backwardness in the Champaran villages and he wanted to take action against it immediately without any wait. Very clear up to this particular point, there's no doubt. He appealed for teachers. Because for this noble cause, he wanted quality persons. So that is why he appealed for teachers. Mahadev Desai and Narhari Parekh, two young men who had just joined Gandhiji as disciples, and their wives volunteered for the work. Just look at the things. Gandhiji appealed for teachers. He wanted the teacher must be at the forefront for this noble cause of upgradation of cultural and social backwardness of Champaran villages. So, Mahadev Desai and Narhari Parekh, two young men who had just joined Gandhiji as disciples, and their wives volunteered for the work. So these two personalities, Mahadev Desai and Narhari Parekh, two young men were ever ready to help Gandhiji. Think very clear up to this particular point. If we look at this word volunteer, it means a person who voluntarily expresses to do a service. I think very clear so far as this particular word is concerned. And several more came from Bombay, Pune, and other distant parts of land. Just look at this sentence. By following Mahadev Desai and Narhari Parekh, number of personalities were ever ready for this noble cause of social and cultural upgradation of Champaran villages. I think very clear up to this particular point. Several more came from Bombay. Why Bombay? I have to look at the details of this particular point. Right now, if we just highlight this word as Mumbai. So, dear students, you have to look at this particular point in a very detailed way, this conversion of name. Bombay was converted into Mumbai in 1995. Very clear, by legislation under Shiv Sena government. Look at the every detail from the core of the heart. Don't accept the things for the sake of accepting. So, when did Bombay become Mumbai? 1995, by legislation under the Shiv Sena government. I think very clear. Right now it is Mumbai, not Bombay. I think very clear up to this particular point. And now just look at this word Pune, P-O-O-N-A. But if we look at contemporary name of this particular city, that is P-U-N-A, Pune. Note on the details of it also, dear students, Pune. Have to look at this particular city was named as P-O-O-N-A, Pune, in 1857 by the British people, British authorities. And in 1978, it was converted into P-U-N-E, that is Pune. It's the contemporary name of this city. I think very clear so far as the details of this particular point is concerned. Pune, 1857, and it was invented by the British authorities, British people. And right now, the contemporary word, it is Pune. It was converted in 1978. And other distant parts of the land. Very clear. Several more. You have to look at the things. Came from Bombay, Pune, and other distant parts of the land. So many people had joined that particular campaign. They belong to Bombay, which is right now called Mumbai, and Pune, which is right now called Pune, not Pune, Pune. I think very clear so far as the details of this particular knowledge are concerned. Now just look at Devdas Gandhi. Youngest son, just look at Devdas Gandhi's youngest son arrived from the ashram, and so did Mrs. Gandhi. So in order to help, or in order to upgrade the social and economic condition, or whatever the negativity of Champaran was concerned, Devdas, Mahatma Gandhi's youngest son, youngest, are able to understand degrees of comparison, was ever ready to help for this social cause, for this noble cause. So that is why he had also joined the campaign, Devadas. He had arrived from the ashram, and so did Mrs. Gandhi. Gandhiji's wife was also ready to join that campaign. So that is why she had also arrived from the ashram. I think very clear, there is no doubt in that. Now just look at the next sentence. Primary schools were opened in 6 villages. Kasturbai taught the ashram rules on the personal cleanliness and community sanitation. Just look at the effect of that campaign, which was purely organized by a very fine leader, that is Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi had motivated number of people to join that campaign. So that is why primary schools were opened in 6 villages. Very clear. Kasturbai was the name of Gandhiji's wife. She had taught the ashram rules on personal cleanliness and community sanitation. So they used to run the ashram. Mahatma Gandhi used to run the ashram. So that is why Kasturbai taught the ashram rules on personal cleanliness and community sanitation to the people of that area, where they were to rectify the status of these people, to upgrade the social condition of these people, social and cultural condition of these people. I think very clear up to this particular point, there is no doubt in that. So look at the next. Health conditions were miserable. So you are able to understand this particular point in very sincere way, that people were not living in a normal state, that area. Gandhi got a doctor to volunteer his service for 6 months. Gandhiji was able to raise a doctor who was ready to provide his services for 6 months. So 3 medicines were available. 3 common medicines were available. One was castor oil, and second was quinine, and the third was sulfur ointment. Anybody who showed a coated tongue was given a dose of castor oil. Any patient who used to show a coated tongue, able to understand this particular term, coated tongue. Sometimes if the tongue is with certain type of coat on it, white coat, basically COATED, so highlights the symbol that the person is not normal. So if anybody showed a coated tongue, he or she was given a dose of castor oil. A dose of castor oil was given to that particular personality. Anybody with malaria fever received quinine. So anybody who used to suffer from malaria fever was given chloroquine plus castor oil. Common medicine. And anybody with skin eruptions received ointment plus castor oil. Just look at the things. If anybody used to suffer from skin infection, skin eruptions, you are able to understand. Basically, eruption is while skin rashes are there. Skin infection is there. Anybody with skin infection used to receive ointment plus castor oil. Ointment means sulfur ointment. I think very clear up to this particular point. 3 common medicines were there. And in order to upgrade the status of the people, in order to improve the health condition of the people, these 3 medicines were given in this sequence. I think you are very clear. So now the time says that we must be able to look at what we have done today. So look at the pinpoints of today's lecture in a very sincere way. Now, first, I think you are able to understand very fine point that Gandhiji was able to look at the things at very different order. Gandhiji was able to make the arrangements that if he would not return back, civil disobedience movement would be declared immediately. So I think very clear up to this particular point, because Gandhiji was summoned by Lieutenant Governor Sir Edward Gate at that particular moment. So that is why he chalked out detailed civil disobedience plans in case of his arrest. And second point we did today, planters agreed to make refunds to the peasants. I think very clear up to this particular point. And third point we did today is amount of refund was reduced from 50% to 25%. The reason behind that was amount of refund